is 8 o'clock p.m. Hong Kong time. My name is Sierra, and welcome to our live streaming. Today, a little bit about myself is I live here in the U.S. I live right north of Chicago, so we have the Great Lakes, which is pretty fun. I'm going to show you exactly where it is. Let's see, I'm going to share here. Great Lakes. So I live right around this area, right on the lake. The Great Lakes are one of the greatest lakes here in the US or in the world really. And so our beach kind of looks like the ocean. I like to paint, and I've been teaching for a while now, for a few months. So I'm super excited to have everyone here. So a little bit about Mommy, Daddy, Me. The reason why we do this is because we provide affordable and quality lessons so that kids can learn from native speakers such as myself and learn something new and crucial to their academic studies for the summer. We provide lots of subjects. Something that we'll be doing today is we do the Be Smart Encyclopedia. And it has tons of really good topics such as science and even like art and even hobbies that a lot of kids enjoy, such as skiing or playing tennis. So that's just something that we do as a company, and we try to have people and kids to learn English and helping them not only to learn English, but also we try to teach them as they're trying to learn English. So we do this by videos, we do this by helping them read, and we try to make this as fun and as exciting as possible so that everyone is able to interact with each other, and we try to make this a pleasant experience for everyone. So we do have quite a few attendees, and if you guys have any questions, I see that just please raise your hand. Leslie. Yes, absolutely. It's been great. It's been a pleasure to meet everyone. I hope you guys have fun today. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over a video. I picked EWaste just because it's such a popular, and it's a topic that a lot of people it's been on a lot of people's minds due to climate change, extreme climate change. And so a lot of people wonder if what are some ways that we can help become more eco-friendly. So we will watch a brief video on it, and then we will go over it afterwards. We'll review the video and then take a quiz, and maybe we can help each other out. And when we're doing the quiz, if you have the answer, please raise your hand. If you have any questions, please let me know throughout the video, and then we can go from there. So I'm going to share my screen so that we can start. And okay.
Research shows that most people in China get a new mobile phone every 8 to 12 months. There are no companies that recycle mobile phones in China, so many people throw their mobile phones away with their regular rubbish. This is a problem. It means that there are up to 80 million mobile phones going to landfills every year. The phones are made with harmful chemicals that can cause very bad pollution if they are left in landfills. Electronic waste. What is electronic waste? Old, unused, and unwanted electronic goods are called electronic waste. This includes mobile phones, computers, tablets, televisions, and many others. Where does it go? Some electronic waste can be reused and recycled. In countries like India and China, most of it is thrown away. What should we do? Electronic waste can be harmful to the environment. You should not throw old electronics away with your normal rubbish. Reuse. If your electronics still work, try and pass them on to others who can use them. Recycle. Try to find companies that recycle electronic waste. Too much. The United Nations says that there was 41.8 million tons of electronic waste in 2014. They say this number could grow to 50 million tons by 2018. Problems. Electronic waste contains dangerous metals and toxic chemicals. These cause bad pollution and serious health problems. How often do people in China get new mobile phones?
So we'll do this question together. How often do people in China get new mobile phones? Does anyone know? Every year? We will see. Anyone else have a guess? They can answer it on the chat. Okay, Chantal also said every year. We will see the answer.
People in China get new mobile phones every 8 to 12 months.
Good job for everyone who got it right. So someone asked, does giving the old phones back in US earn money? And the answer is yes. We have lots of organizations that take our phones or old phones or tablets, and they will recycle them, and they actually, due to the materials, they actually give back money to people, and it's a great way to encourage people to recycle. And so China doesn't have necessarily organizations to recycle their old phones, but there are websites that actually, I was looking into it, that will actually pay for your old phone. So you could always look into seeing if there's a way to do that, and then maybe you can send them your old electronics, and that way we can recycle.
Ton, 1,000 kilograms.
So at the end of every video, we do have key terms. Usually there's 1 or 2 or 3. Oops, let me go back. So we'll just finish.
12 months. Ton.
So a ton is 1,000 kilograms. Here in the US, we use a different measuring system of units, which we measure things in pounds. But the rest of the world does not use this. They use the metric system. So yes, a ton is 1,000 kilograms. So when we went back in the video, it said too much. The United Nations says that there was 41.8 million tons of electronic waste in 2014. and it says to grow to 50 million tons. So that is a lot of electronic waste, especially when people are getting new phones every 8 to 12 months. So then that leaves the question, so what is electronic waste? Did anyone catch that? This is also, we use a term EWaste for shorter. Unused and unwanted electronic goods, something we don't use anymore for electronics. These are all very good answers. Old and unwanted electronics, very good, yes, all very good answers. So then where does it go usually? Especially, so countries such as India and China, unfortunately, what happens to them? Yep, they go to the landfills. Yes, exactly. Very, very good. You guys are doing a great job. So some need to be transported to other countries. Unfortunately, yeah, that is the case. A lot of times, other countries will do this. Yes, I heard to Philippines, unfortunately. So then what happens when this happens, when all this electronic waste is going to landfills? What is it doing exactly? And that is being answered in problems. Yeah, Hong Kong has small space. Yeah, that's true. Landfills in Hong Kong are almost filled. Yeah, so what should we do? So the problems that they're causing causes bad pollution to the environment. Very good. So not only that, but what about our health? So it's harmful for our environment because a lot of harmful toxins are being released, such as lead and mercury. Very good, Chantal. Very good. So, and then, so if it's getting, so a lot of times too, what happens is that these toxins and bad chemicals are getting put into our soil or our dirt. It's going to be affecting our food and water. And so when people, especially in the area, a lot of people work in that area around where the landfills are. And that can be really that's very dangerous, because when we ingest or we put these harmful chemicals into our bodies, they can cause a lot of problems, a lot of health problems, and can even cause or lead to cancer. Some studies are worried about. So not only, and of course, when it's bad for the environment, it's also bad for us. It definitely causes negative input into our bodies, and we're breathing that in. So what should we do about all of this? How can we solve this problem? Let more people know? Yeah, I agree. Especially in countries such as China and India that don't have ways of recycling their e-waste. And so if we bring awareness, that recycle and reuse more. Exactly. Very good, Chantal. So we have 3 R's. We can be the change. So we can keep in mind 3 R's. Make less electronics. Very good. And how can we do this? Repair. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So what's a way we can reduce e-waste? Repair, yeah. Repair, recycle, and reuse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. I like to use also reduce, reuse, and recycle. So one way we can reduce it is by maybe having, if we have an old electronic cell phone, for example, mine is kind of old, but if we can, if I ever wanted to maybe get rid of it and get a new telephone, maybe I can, or cell phone, I can maybe give it to someone who may need it, someone that wouldn't mind having an older version of a cellular device. It's a iPhone 7s. I think the latest one is like iPhone X or whatever, iPhone 8. So we can reduce, maybe by even not always buying the newest and brand new cell phone. If our cellular device already works, maybe we can continue using that and repair it, like someone had said, if your phone screen breaks or shatters, or your battery is not the best as it had used to be, maybe we can just repair that, go to the store or go to some, I usually just go to my cellular carrier and just have them fix my phone for me, and it's cheaper. We can reuse, so instead of purchasing new electronics, maybe we can explore different ways of buying things, maybe refurbished or second-hand options. We can donate or sell old items, and maybe we can even get creative. I actually have a very old camera and I use it for decoration. It's like kind of a cool looking thing, in my opinion. So we can even maybe use it for that. I saw someone like use like old computers and they like put plants in them and they're like growing out of the old computers, and it looks very vintage, very different. And how can we recycle them? I kind of mentioned it earlier. Donate to a center, yeah, exactly, yeah. A lot of times, people aren't able to afford electronics, so that some people are, when they donate them to the centers. I know even for soldiers in the army, they donate old cell phones so that they can talk to their friends and family from home. There's a lot of organizations that do this. So we just have to do our part and do the research and figure out what's the best way to recycle and reduce and reuse our electronic waste, or our electronics, so that we can create less electronic waste. Because it is becoming a problem, and if we don't fix the problem, and it seems like it's not a huge problem for governments to fix at this point. So if we bring awareness and we try our best and we be the change, every person has a part in helping our environment. And this is a great way in doing it, a great way to start. So with that in mind, does anyone have are there recycle bins for electronic appliances? Yes, there is. There's there's actually numbers that you have to probably call for people to come pick up fridges, refrigerators, ovens, stoves. And this will also help it. You don't want to throw those appliances away. You usually want to call someone to recycle, and they will help you pick it up and they will recycle it for you. So you have to kind of do the research. Every place is different. I know for here in the US, we just call a number, or we take it to a special place where they recycle those appliances. Or electrical appliances, yeah. Any other questions? There's not like actual bins. You usually have to take it somewhere. Bins such as like recycling paper or cardboard or glass, those are separate, but there's not, unfortunately, there isn't a bin for just electronic appliances. You have to usually take it somewhere special to recycle those. And that's probably why there's such a huge problem with e-waste, is because it's just easier for people to throw away their electronics in the trash. Can we donate phones to Salvation Army or Goodwill? Very good question. Yes, we can. A lot of people actually just donate their TVs to Goodwill or Salvation Army. And even if the TVs don't work, a lot of people will do that because Goodwill and the Salvation Army will recycle it for you if it doesn't work. Or they will try to sell it and people will be able to fix the TVs or electronics easily. So with that in mind, we will take the quiz now, and you guys can help me out and answer the questions. So according to the video, how often do most people in China get a new mobile phone? Every 8 to 12 months. Very good. That is the answer. 8 to 12 months, yep. Very good. Some already answered the next one. What are mobile phones made that can cause pollution? And yes, the answer is harmful chemicals. How heavy is a ton? Someone said 1,000 kilograms, 1 million. Does anyone else have a guess? £200. 1,000 kg. So the most popular answer was 1,000 kilograms, and this is correct. So 1,000 kilograms. Which of the following can be considered electronic waste? Apples, eggs, televisions, or cardboard? Someone said TV. TV seemed to be the most popular answer. We will go with that. What is cardboard? So cardboard is something that we usually store things in, such as boxes. For example, this is made out of cardboard. It usually is something that it's like a box. Cardboard is just a material, really. Just like we have plastic and paper, it's something that's called cardboard. Here and then 5 is garbage. Someone's already answering number 5. Which of the following words is a synonym for waste? So someone said garbage. And that I will put put it down. Let me actually show you a picture. Oh, I can't see, hold on. So that's cardboard. You guys can see that. Usually it's made out of something like that, like a box. All right, let's see how we did. I'm gonna submit. Nope. So, button is. Nope. Okay. I think I got confused. Oh no! It kicked me out. Sorry. I don't know why it kicked me out. But you guys did very good. What is going on? Very good. I think we got 100% on our quiz. We will check though really quickly. So we were doing Shining Star and we were doing electronic waste. We will take the quiz. So we said every 12 months, harmful chemicals, 1,000 televisions and garbage. 25 points we've earned. So very good. You guys got a perfect score. So thank you so much for helping me. And like you can see, we have so many different topics. This is just for Shining Star. We have bridges, best baker, best skiing, and pelicans, penguins, if you like animals, and wildfires. So there's so many topics that we can learn that will help us not only learn English, but also will help us to remember and learn about different subjects as well. So electronic waste is a very common thing that are on a lot of people's minds. So the more you know, the more you are able to interact with other people about about this topic, really. So thank you so much for this. This is the end of the lesson. A little review, we learned about electronic waste. We learned about how a lot of people are we're using up a lot of electronics because we're constantly buying new things. There seems to be something new almost every year, a new phone, a new iPad, a new computer, and everyone feels that we need to have the newest thing. But sometimes maybe to reduce electronic waste, maybe it's better to just keep our cell phones until they are of no use, they are completely broken. If not, then we can maybe try donating our electronics or at least try recycling them if we are able to. So what we will learn next week, I thought we could do Space Flower. It is a very cool video, and it talks about it's growing a flower in space, and it kind of goes into detail about that. And it is summer by me, so we have lots of flowers. I usually keep at least a few fresh daisies by me, so we can go over that. And also, just as a reminder, it is free for next week, and same time, same day, Wednesday at 8:00 p.m. Hong Kong time, and it will be free. And we do provide 1-to-1 lessons and 1-to-4 or group lessons, and if we go through the same content, there's other topics you can do and other contact you can do. There's different levels: Rising Star, Shining Star, and Superstar. If this was a little too easy for you, you can go to Superstar. If this was a bit difficult, you can always go to Rising Star. And there's so many different topics, and then we can do, if it's a 1-to-1 level, we are able to interact a bit easier and go through the different topics and different videos that we provide, and you can pick whatever topic interests you, and you can book your free trial today. So keep that in mind. And there's so many subjects we can do. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, or this thank you, teacher. Yes, thank you guys. Hopefully we can see you next week. Please join us again. And you're welcome. I hope you enjoyed your session. You're welcome. What is my most favorite topic? That's a great question. I really like the one on skiing. I ski. I enjoy skiing, so I do like that video. But I also love topics that talk about helping the environment. I think it's important. A lot of in social media right now, there's a lot of videos that talk about animals and fish and the suffering in the oceans, and it's really sad. So I like topics like these, but I love math and science. Those are my favorite subjects to talk about. So pretty much all the videos interest me. Animals, hobbies. Any more questions? Feel free to ask. I'll stay here for a few minutes. You like the videos on protecting the environment too? Good to know. Thank you. Yeah, they're very interesting. You too. Very nice to meet you guys, Chantel and Chloe. See you next week. You're welcome. See you again. See you next week. Nice to meet you too, Chantel. Okay, so if we have no more questions, I'm going to end this meeting. It was nice meeting you and hope to see you next week.